Hello friends, how are you today? I am so glad to be here, and we are going to do something fun today. We're going to make some little paper clip bead dangles. So these are so fun, they're so quick, you don't hardly need anything, and I'm sure what you need you probably have on hand already. So we're going to make a real quick little project, and you can use, the great thing is you can use this on so many things. You can use it on your paper crafts. There might be other crafts that you might be able to use it on. So that's kind of fun when we find something like that, right? That we can use for a variety of our crafting needs. So it could be used for a little bit of ephemera. So you might put it on junk journals. You might put it like on the other day I made I did some altered playing cards. Hey Molly, how are you doing? So there's just all kinds of things that we can, use them for and with. Let me just pop over here and get myself into my group real quick. Send it out there. Let me see. Okay, that's done. All right, thank you. Thanks for being patient. I always tell you I wish we could get that stuff done before time, and it just doesn't work that way. I sure wish it did. So let's see, we got lots of people popping in. Great. All right. Okay. All right, I'm ready, you guys. Thank you for being patient. So there's Wendy, Christine, Molly, Deborah, Martha, Nancy, Christine, there's Sue. Oh, everybody's popping in. Thank you guys. This is gonna be fun, and you're gonna be surprised how easy it is. If you haven't made any yet, you're gonna love it. So let me go ahead and pop us down here to the desk view. Okay, so you need some paper clips, because obviously we got a paper clip, right? So this is where I put it before. I just put it on this little dangly thing here, and it's just a paper clip under there. Let me get a little bit closer. Probably easier to watch as we go through here. Okay, so we're going to take a paper clip. I can't even see what's going on the screen. Hang on a second. I got stuff in the way. Aw, thanks for all the hearts, you guys. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to put this over here out of the way. So all you need is a paper clip. And then you're going to need some little, you can do beads. You can do your own beads. If you want to put them on at the end and use your own beads, that would be fine. Maybe you want to do some little eye pins and make some little other danglies that you could have ready. Maybe you're just going to want to do like single beads and put them together. But I'm going to show you a really fast way to do it, and a very minimal amount of anything. Okay, so here's my paper clip, and where's my paper? Oh, this one I thought would be fun. I found this tiny little bee charm that I had. I found these little charms, and here this one was a bee, and I thought, you know what, I think I've got something that looks like a honeycomb on the paper, and so I'm just gonna cut a little bit of that. And so all you need to find out is, let me do that paper clip. Oh my goodness, oh there it is. You gotta keep track of your supplies, right? So all we're gonna do is we're gonna measure about how long we want this. So we need, for our paper clip, let me put it on the paper, we need for it to stick out on both ends, right? And so you're just gonna take a measurement down a little bit farther, and it looks like if I do about 1.5 inches wide, that's going to be the perfect amount. And I'll have plenty of my paper clip sticking out on both directions. Let me see which way I want to cut this. I think I want some of this dark color here, so I'm going to just slice it down there. Oh, you know what, I'm going to plan ahead. I want to make sure I don't cut this bee off, because I'd be able to use him on something else another time, right? Okay, so 1.5 inches. So let me flip it this way, and we'll just slice out. And I'm not going to need nearly this length of paper, you guys, not by any stretch of the imagination. But what you can do is you can leave it long to start with. And that way, as you start to twist it around, you'll know when you want to stop, right? And maybe you start farther over here. Like if I want to use the dark, maybe I start at a lighter place over here and just go ahead and cut some off. But I want you to see how much that we need or don't need. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to take it, and I'm not going to go clear around, but I'm going to go probably to where it's going to cover maybe about half. You could go clear to the other side if you want. Okay, so we're just going to fold it over it like that. And now, while I've got it like that, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue on here. Because I don't want it slipping all around. Some people like to just go ahead and leave theirs loose. I don't want mine slipping all around, so I'm just going to go ahead and put the glue on it. And it'll kind of help with that paper clip. I guess when I tried to do this, my paper clip was just everywhere. You went to like a comment and the comments were gone. Oh, well, that's where. Hi, Estella, Sue, Kathy, Linda, Susan. Oh, we got more people popping in. Hi, everybody. So now you're just going to fold it tight around there just a few times. And on this one, I'm probably going to stop when, and you know, just keep going. It'll just be, you know, thicker. And on this one, I'm going to back up a little bit because I want some of this to be dark and to kind of see some of that honeycomb shape. And right now I can still move my paper clip, so I'm going to do that. Well, let me see here. I guess you can still see that honeycomb. Actually, I kind of like that better. I'm going to trim it off right here. So that's plenty thick. And you can just, you know, that you kind of just do it to how it feels for you. If it feels like it's thick enough, then it's thick enough, right? Because it's your project. Now it's coming undone there, so I need to get my glue on here. This looks a little bit, I'm not so sure that won't be too far around, so I'm just going to snip that off a little bit. And I'm just going to give quite a bit of glue on this because it's on that bend and it might not like staying bent right there. Now I've got some glue oozing out, and I'm just going to wipe that off with my finger in just a second. I'm going to give it just a moment to really catch because it doesn't take long, and that'll be fine. And then just to keep it in place, I am going to just use a little clip for now. We'll just clip that on for now. And, you know, make sure that you like where these are. And if you could use Fabri-Tac too. For a lot of you that use Fabri-Tac, you could use that. Fabri-Tac, basically it's going to be sticking the paper together. And so where it sticks the paper, it's going to be fine. Okay? So now we've got this little thing right here. So now what are we going to do with it? Well, we want to put some kind of a little bead on it, right? Or a little decoration. So if you wanted to, oh my gosh, I did. Okay, and she forgot what she was doing. I'm taking this out because this isn't going to be helpful. Let's just start over. Shoot. Okay, this is what you have to do. My goodness. Here was my easy method, and then I messed it up and made it hard. Oh my goodness. So here's our little bee. This is what you have to do. You need to have, if you're using a charm, you have to have the other little loop on it, okay? Because that's what's going to make it hang straight. So now I'm just going to put it on my paper clip, put it on the outside edge, because we want it to be here at the bottom. So now we're going to put that there, And there we've got that. And I've already got my paper cut to the right size. So all is not lost. Not by any stretch of the imagination. It doesn't really matter. They look about the same at this point. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little glue on here. And hold it up here about halfway. I want those ends off, right? And so I'm just going to put that on there. And put some more glue on here to get this to stay. Whoops. Oh my goodness. It was going so well. There we go. Once you get that first turn, you're good. And just, you know, several times. Now I've got my bee and I can tell which way that it needs to be for the front, which way it needs to face, so I know which side to cut off for the back. And this is kind of the key to making this an easy, fun, dangly thing, is because you're not having to do a lot of bead work, really, right? You're using like the charms and stuff that are already done. Okay, so we've got that one. So we'll set that aside. All right, so let me grab another paper clip. And this time I'm going to use a colored paper, but I want something to coordinate with this. And look at these kinds of little doodads that you can get and make it to where you can use it instead of spending a lot of time making a long dangly thing like for a journal or something, right? So I'm gonna release this one. And you guys, I don't ever buy any of these unless they are on sale, because you know, you can get these all the time. Now, this is what is fun about these, is they have a whole bunch of little doodads and dangles already on them, and I don't have to try and sit and put those on because I don't want to. That's not my thing. Now, this one had a little holder on it to keep it nice until you took it off, but it's got some fun little dangles up here. So we're going to use a piece of paper that's going to coordinate with that. And so I already know that's the same kind of paper clip, and so I know that it was 1.5 inches. So we'll just cut off 1.5 inches there. It's nice if you're using the same kinds, you know, some of your supplies are the same, and then you don't even have to think about it. So now, remember, you got to get this part on right now, right at the beginning. And do it on the outside edge, like that. Now, if you wanted to, I didn't even think about it till just now, if you want to color this to where it matches, like this is kind of a more coppery color. Well, the little chains are a coppery color. And then this is kind of a brass color. But if you want to change this to where it is a, you know, not a silver tone, you can use an alcohol marker. And just get it on there and just let it set until it's dry, and it'll be fine. And then you will have colored your little clip. I think I had a little black one. No, that's a white one. Never mind. So let's go ahead and put this on. And just same thing. You're just going to put a good amount on here. And you know what? I guess I would put more on. And then just get it stuck on there. And just start bending it around. And keep it tight. And your first couple of rounds are going to be the most important to kind of keep your paper straight. And if it starts going all wonky, you're going to probably have to undo it a little bit. Like this one, that's starting to go really crooked. But you know, your paper clip is bigger on one side than the other. Really. So I mean, you're gonna have to expect a little bit of that, and be sure if you need to, you know, even these out a little bit, do it before you've had it on there very long, or it's going to be glued down with this method. So I'm just going to cut a little strip off. What do you think? Isn't that fun? Jump rings don't like you. And yeah, and you don't even have to do that. I don't like messing with jump rings either. And with this method, you don't even have to mess with them. That's what I think is so marvelous about doing it like this. Who else thinks this is a great idea and not have to mess with them? Do you have a video? No, Christina, I do not have one on making glue bottle dangles. We're probably going to be doing some of that before long if you guys would like to. We can do some things like that. Would you guys like to do some things like making longer dangles and playing around a little bit more with some beads and tassels and things like that? We certainly can. But now, look at this. Okay, now, what do you do with this? How do you attach it? Well, they make these little things called bulb pins, is what they are. Oh, thanks for the heart, you guys. They're bulb pins. Now, these, I got them somewhere, maybe on Amazon or something. They weren't, I don't even have any idea how inexpensive they were.
I didn't realize.
Okay, well, I'll take one in a minute. Thank you. I'm not going to do it. I'll be choking to death with that.
Are people listening?
Yeah, people are listening to me. He asked me if we had any aspirin. I think sometimes he keeps aspirin. And so I asked him, well, could you go get me some? I'd already taken some other stuff. So he comes back and he opens it up and he goes, why did they were like the powdered kind. I go, I can't take that right now. I'll be like choking. It's like, they will watch me at my demise if I do that. Okay, so I have black ones and silver ones. And I got these at Hobby Lobby over in the sewing section. And they weren't expensive at all. So I think, and you know, it just depends. Now a lot of turquoise and things, we use a lot of silver with turquoise. Right? So, you know, you can use whichever one you want. If you had, but, you know, a lot of times you have a black, there are black paper clips. Phew, I like to never got that out. Closed jump rings. Are you talking about the kind that like go all in a, like kind of a double thing? Is that what you're talking about, Terry? Oh, Susan wants to know if we'll be doing the glue dangles in the new membership group. We sure can do that. That would be fun to do things a little bit more like that. And we're going to open the new group. It will not be open until next Wednesday. We're going to be waiting until after the Labor Day weekend. And so I will have some more to tell you about that coming up. Thanks, Susan, for asking. Okay, now, here's another thing I thought about doing. I thought, and I'm just gonna try it out over here. And you can put, now on this little one here, I also added some washi tape. Let's see, I have, this would be a fun one to use some washi tape on. Let's see, here's some good colors right here, right on the front. Well, actually, you could even just put it this way. You could run it either direction. That's kind of fun. And just put it on like that. And now I've got just an added little something something on there. Now this is what I wanted to try, you guys. And you can use book page, you can use book paper. This one I used some music paper on it, and the little butterfly is just from a different piece of washi. But this is what I want to try, you guys. I was thinking about this later. I have not tried this. Here's a disclaimer. I have not tried. We'll see how this goes. I want to see about using some clear nail polish on it while it's done and see if I can't get it to where it looks more like a kind of an enameled bead. So I'm just gonna brush this clear nail polish on, and I've already fixed a funny little doodad over here to hold this. Now this one I did a little bit of what do you call it, inking of the edge. Oh my goodness. We're just gonna slather some of this on and let it dry. And because it's nail polish, it shouldn't take real long to dry, you guys. Okay, so I'll show you. When I was thinking about what in the world am I going to do to keep this, you know, up so it's not laying on something, I have, do you guys know what butterfly clips are? They're these other funny little clips. Let me see. We made some and made little angels out of them, and the clip is like this. This is how the clip is. It comes in that shape, and we just made these little angels. So I have taken that clip and bent it all out, and I'm going to, let's see, which way did I have it on there? I'm going to take this, and I'm just gonna loop it through here. And then you just need something to hook this onto, which I have something right here. And I'm just gonna set it right there and let that dangle in the breeze until it dries. So I hope that it will add enough, you know, gloss to it. And I thought that it would probably dry a little bit better than my glossy accents. Or you know, some of those glossy accents and some of those things are just, I don't know, they're not as, I don't even know how a good way to explain it is. Now here's one, like if you want to add washi tape to some of these, I mean, there's lots of little fun things that, oh, here's like some butterflies that are kind of that turquoise color. I'm going to add those on here. You can just add whatever you want because it's your project. Well, this will be cute. Oh, I like this. And just put it to the back. You know, and it's sticky enough you don't have to mess with it. Oh, I like that. It added just enough of something else to make it a little bit more interesting. So let's go ahead and try, oh, that's glue. Where's my other stuff here? You could use glossy Mod Podge. Probably. I think you could. I don't have any glossy Mod Podge at all. It's a good thing I already put the other hook on here. That might be hard to get into my drying thing I've just made myself. But yeah, you could even, and I even had thought about this. You could probably even just use some glue. And you know, the glue that dries clear, a lot of times it kind of has a little bit of a gloss to it, right? It just depends. It depends on what brand you're using. And you would know best how your glue dries if you've got any sticking out. Even though it dries clear, a lot of times it has a little bit of a shine to it. So, and you know, actually making these like this, you could use paper that didn't have much color, and if you had some fancy nail, oh, wouldn't it be fun to just get, you could get some at the dollar store and make some of these and use like some of that glittery nail polish. You guys, I think this is gonna look good. So here's this one. Can you see it starting to get glossy? Look at that. Well, it's not starting. It is glossy, but it's not quite dry. Almost. I felt of it and it's not quite dry. I like this. I think this is a lot of fun. I think I might, but you know, and then like this one, let me pull this one back off of here. So this one, so look how long this one is. I mean, by the time this is all said and done, and if you measure from even where the top of the bulb pin, and it's always easier if you use the measurement that starts at 0. This is like almost 4.5 inches long using this way by the time you get the bulb pin on. And then let me show you this other one that was in that same set. Where are they? Oh no, that was the long one. I used the long one. I wish I had a whole other card of these that I used from the other day, and I would have thought it was in with my beads and stuff, and I don't see it. Oh, Susan says she's got several things of fancy glittery nail polish. That's fun. And like I said, your paper, if you're going to make that kind of the focal part, you wouldn't even have to, you know, do that very much, right? Oh, who said they lost the comments? You know, I've got another place in here with my software that the comments were coming in, and so I could still see them. So yeah, I had lost comments too, you guys. Same. Terry says she's saved. She has so many bottles like that too. Yeah, you can just use what you have on hand, you guys. Let's see. Anything else? The playing cards. I had fun with those playing cards. Those are fun. Yeah, there are jump rings that are soldered closed. Yeah, but then you wouldn't, if you needed to add one, you wouldn't be able to put them on there. Okay, so let's talk about that, because I think one of the things that people sometimes kind of mess up. Okay, so I've got a bag of charms. Okay, I'm just gonna pick one. I'm just gonna pick Aw, Susan, I found one perfect for you. Here's a little turtle. There's a little turtle. Hey, Jimmy Lou, how are you? Our Miss Messy Craft Corner. So all you have to do with one of these is just take it, and I have some little rings right here. And so when you are using a split jump ring, you have to take it, and I didn't know this for the longest time. You know, some things you don't know until somebody tells you, right? Shoot, I don't even see my other pair of pliers. Oh, here's a pair. So when you have your split jump ring, when I do this, I feel like I'm all thumbs, you guys. And you gotta find where it's split. And I guess there's a ring that you can use too, like you wear on your finger to help with this. And you pull them apart this way, like you push one away from you and the other side pull towards you, and that's how you put on a hook on a jump ring. Oh, seriously? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. These holes are too small. Let me look. I think maybe my pliers were just in the way. Oh, you guys, I just feel like I'm all thumbs. Good grief. Okay, I got it. Okay, and so the same thing then, you're just pushing, you know, you don't pull it out and make the circle wider. You're just, you know, pushing one towards you and one back, maybe. There we go. And then you just push it back into place. So now you have to have like one of those jump rings on there, or else it's not going to face the right direction. It's going to be sideways. It would be wonky and sideways. And so now just, you know, and this is when I was saying use the outer edge. You know, you've got this one side of your paper clip that sticks out there. That's the one you need to pull out. If she puts her hand, yeah, it's small. Yeah, I tell you, we all do that, right? Those Nouveau thing, any of those wet things. Oh, well, if you're just getting here, I was using nail polish to make my little beads shiny, and I just was wondering if I was going to get my hand in that. I managed to not get my hand in it, right? So you could do this. I'm not so sure we couldn't just use some washi tape on this and call it done. This is just a little regular size paper clip. Let's just do that. Let's wrap some around here and see how that looks. I wonder how many layers we'll have to get before it covers up. Well, it's not nearly as flat. It's kind of wrinkly getting started here. But you know, that would be okay, right? Gives it a little texture. You know, a little texture never hurt anything for a creative project. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not real fond of that. That's not my fondest one. And red doesn't look so hot with my turtle. But you could do that. You could use, you know, your washi tape for something, right? Anyway, just lots of fun things. I hope you guys will try this sometime. It's just a fun little project. Hey, Charlotte, how are you doing? Let's see. Oh, and Dana popped on. Oh, isn't that turtle cute? Oh, and the reason I was saying that it was great for Susan with So Inspired Designs is she volunteers for a sea turtle project, and they watch the nests. She has been a wealth of information about that. I've learned so much stuff about that. Hi, Sandy. She's over there on YouTube with us. And, you know, it's just amazing. They watch those sea turtles and the nests so that they can help get those little baby sea turtles when they hatch, get them down to the water. The kind that they are watching usually hatch like sometime kind of after dark and at night. And so they kind of use the moonlight as their guide to the ocean. And so they have to keep lights and stuff away from them, so they don't see lights from houses back up on the shore and stuff. And it's just been so fun watching that and seeing those little turtles. And she's nest sitting again. She was out nest sitting again last night. She was there for one of them that they all hatched. It was so fun. And so she was saying that only about Susan, is this right? 1 in every 10,000 of the little hatchlings make it to maturity. Wasn't that what you told me? I mean, it was a phenomenal amount. You just, you know, it was hard to believe. Okay, I think I got one dry here. Yeah, it's kind of glossy. I like that. It just gives it a little bit, and you know, just like doing your nails, you could probably put another coat on and get it a little thicker. But I think that makes it even look more like it's like a little bead, right? Yeah. All right. Well, and like I said, when you buy the little things and they're already put together, you don't even have to mess with all the little doodads. So you can make it really easy, right? But look for them on sale. Look for, you know, little packs like this on sale. And they've got all the good things already done. And it's already got your jump ring, like already attached on there. And that's one, for me, that's a bonus. You saw how much fun I had doing that. Right? Okay. Any questions? Anybody have any questions about that? 1 in 3,000 make it to adulthood. Okay. But that's kind of accurate overall. It was a phenomenal number. I can remember that. I was really surprised when I heard that. Anybody got any other questions? If not, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much, you guys, for popping in. Tomorrow, I'll only be on YouTube. We're going to work some more on that tall, skinny envelope journal. And so that's what we're going to do tomorrow. We'll be adding some things on it. If anybody got theirs started, we're going to start adding other things. We just made the base last week and got started on that. I will talk to you tomorrow. I'm going to be on, and tomorrow will be at noon Eastern, 11 Central. So I will see you then, you guys. Take care. You're welcome. Bye-bye.